Imagine waking up to a world where the rules have changed overnight. Banks are closed, shelves are empty, and the money you saved is suddenly worthless. For millions throughout history, from Weimar Germany to Zimbabwe, from Argentina to Venezuela, this isn't a doomsday fantasy. It's reality. In every economic collapse, some people lose everything while others survive and even thrive. What makes the difference? It's not luck, and it's not just what you own. It's what you know and what you can do. When systems break down and the old safety nets vanish, the only real security comes from your skills, your ability to adapt, solve problems, and create value for yourself and others. Today, we're uncovering the only skills that kept people alive during economic collapse, skills that matter more than money, more than status, and more than any possession you can buy. Because when everything else fails, what you know is what keeps you going. When crisis hits, most people think about stockpiling goods, food, gold, cash, or even weapons. But history shows that the people who survive aren't always the ones with the biggest stash. They're the ones with the right skills. Stuff can be stolen, lost, or devalued. Skills can't. In every collapse, those who adapt, solve problems, and create value for others are the ones who make it through. The real currency in a crisis isn't what you have, it's what you can do. When shelves are empty and money is worthless, it's the people who know how to grow food, fix things, barter, and keep a community together who become indispensable. In the end, survival isn't about hoarding, it's about being useful, resourceful, and ready to meet whatever challenge comes next. When supply chains break down, the grocery store is the first place to empty out. Those who know how to grow food, raise animals, or even forage have a massive advantage. Gardening, seed saving, composting, and basic animal husbandry become survival skills that can mean the difference between hunger and security. But it's not just about growing food, it's about preserving it for the long haul. Skills like canning, drying, fermenting, and pickling can turn a single harvest into a year's worth of meals, protecting your family from the uncertainty of the next season. In Argentina's 2001 collapse, families who could grow and store their own food didn't just survive, they became pillars of their communities, trading produce and knowledge for other essentials. Their gardens became lifelines and their pantries became banks. In every crisis, those who can feed themselves and help feed others hold real power. Food production and preservation aren't just rural skills. They're urban survival tools, and they're as relevant today as ever. Clean water is non-negotiable. In every collapse, water systems fail either from neglect, contamination, or lack of power. The ability to find, collect, and purify water is a life or death skill. This means knowing how to use filters, boil water, build rain catchment systems, and recognize safe sources in your environment. In rural Zimbabwe, families survived hyperinflation and infrastructure collapse by digging wells, collecting rainwater, and using simple purification methods like boiling or using homemade sand filters. Those who relied on the tap were often left desperate, forced to travel long distances or risk illness from unsafe sources. In a crisis, the knowledge to secure clean water, whether it's from a stream, a rooftop, or a hidden spring, can mean the difference between sickness and survival. It's a skill that's easy to overlook in good times, but absolutely essential when the systems we take for granted break down. Hospitals and pharmacies are often overwhelmed or inaccessible during collapse. Those who know basic first aid, wound care, and how to treat common illnesses at home are far more resilient. Skills like cleaning and dressing wounds, treating infections, managing fevers, and understanding which over-the-counter medicines to stockpile can save lives when professional help isn't available. In Venezuela, where medicine shortages became the norm, families with a nurse or someone with first aid training became community. Lifelines people would travel miles just for advice or a few bandages. Even simple skills like knowing how to splint a broken bone, recognize dehydration, or safely manage chronic conditions can mean the difference between life and death. In a crisis, medical knowledge isn't just useful. It's a form of power and security that can protect your family and make you invaluable to your community. When you can't buy new, you have to fix what you have. Mechanical skills, repairing bicycles, cars, generators, or even shoes become invaluable. In Cuba's special period, when imports dried up and spare parts vanished, people became experts at keeping old cars and appliances running with whatever they could salvage. Sewing, carpentry, plumbing, and electrical repair all become essential when replacements aren't available. The ability to improvise, repurpose, and maintain tools and infrastructure is a survival multiplier. Those who can mend clothes, patch roofs, or fix a broken water pump not only keep their own households running, they become vital to their neighbors as well. In every collapse, the people who can repair and maintain what others throw away are the ones who keep moving forward. No matter how tough things get, money loses value, but relationships and reputation don't. In every collapse, barter replaces cash, and the ability to negotiate, trade fairly, and build trust becomes crucial for survival. People who are known for honesty, reliability, and generosity find it much easier to get what they need, because others want to work with them. In Argentina, barter clubs sprang up overnight, and those who could offer skills, teaching, repairs, food, or childcare became indispensable to their communities. Social capital, your network, your reputation, your ability to work with others, is often the most valuable asset of all. In a world where money is worthless, being someone others can count on is the real currency. The stronger your relationships and the more you can contribute, the more resilient you become, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Desperation breeds crime. Knowing how to keep a low profile, secure your home, and avoid dangerous situations is vital. This isn't about becoming a commando, it's about being alert, blending in, and not making yourself a target. In every collapse, those who survive are the ones who stay aware, trust their instincts, and know when to move or lay low. Simple habits, locking doors, varying routines, keeping valuables out of sight, and not sharing too much information can make all the difference. It's about reading your environment, noticing changes in your neighborhood, and being ready to adapt quickly. In uncertain times, the ability to stay safe often comes down to common sense, discretion, and a willingness to put caution ahead of convenience. When official news can't be trusted and the internet goes down, knowing how to get reliable information is a survival skill. Shortwave radios, community networks, and even old-fashioned word of mouth become lifelines when digital channels fail. The ability to communicate, whether it's organizing neighbors, warning of danger, or finding out where supplies are available, can save lives and prevent panic. In every crisis, those who stay informed and connected have a huge advantage. They know where to find resources, when to avoid trouble, and how to coordinate with others for mutual support. In a world where misinformation and isolation can be deadly, the skill of gathering and sharing trustworthy information is as essential as food or water. Perhaps the most important skill of all is adaptability. Economic collapse is unpredictable. The rules change, and what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Those who survive are the ones who can think on their feet, improvise solutions, and stay calm under pressure. This means being willing to learn new skills, try new things, and let go of old habits that no longer serve you. Adaptable people don't get stuck wishing things were different. They focus on what they can control and find creative ways to solve problems. In every collapse, the people who thrive are the ones who see opportunity in chaos and aren't afraid to pivot. They're flexible, resourceful, and open-minded, turning setbacks into stepping stones and uncertainty into a chance to grow. In a world where nothing is guaranteed, adaptability isn't just helpful, it's essential for survival. Skills multiply when they're shared. In every collapse, those who teach others how to grow food, fix things, or stay safe become community leaders and trusted allies. Teaching builds trust, strengthens networks, and creates new opportunities for barter and cooperation. When you show someone how to repair a tool, purify water, or tend a garden, you're not just helping them, you're making your whole community stronger and more resilient. The ability to explain, demonstrate, and encourage others is a force multiplier in hard times. In a world where resources are scarce, knowledge becomes the most valuable gift you can give, and those who share it are remembered long after the crisis has passed.